Good morning, this is I Found Your Pen. As you can see, we have yet another, it's a crossover pen this morning. It's obviously a novelty pen. That thing featured on the top of the pen for those outside of the UK and those who do not have an interest in science fiction. That is called a Dalek. It is the mortal enemy of Doctor Who is the champion of a very long running BBC, British Broadcasting Corporation, science fiction show about a time traveller. He is the United Kingdom or British version of Superman, really, and holds an iconic place in the British cultural heart. This pen has a multitude of colours on it again, as you can see. I am thinking that this trend seems to be quite reflective of society as a whole. Pens increasingly can't just be the finely crafted writing instrument they're supposed to be. It looks like now they have to also come with not only some degree of novelty factor, as in the large and some would say probably cumbersome Dalek on the top here, and also have to come with these variety of colours. Again, as I stressed in something in a short video not so long ago about some of these colours, the colours here on display, you have yellow. I can't think of a single moment in my entire life, in all of my writing years, when I've ever even considered the need to write with yellow ink, and I'm at a loss as to what yellow ink would convey, especially on white paper. I should imagine that would give you an incredibly bad writing and stroke reading experience. So I would probably guess that the owner of this pen isn't a big writer. I'd be surprised if the reason they were worried about the loss for this, of losing this pen, will be for the novelty factor that they can show off to their friends, who, if they're not a child, then well, they might be a child in their mind, because you certainly couldn't use this in an office environment or any kind of structured environment if you were to be taken seriously. So I would assume that this pen belongs to somebody of a fairly low ranking, probably pretty unskilled. I can't see anybody above the rank of, say, an office administrator, unless they happen to be a mad, keen fan of the said programme Doctor Who. Probably, again, the British equivalent of what they call in America trekkers, I believe, and people who enjoy Star Trek. So that's the kind of pen that maybe people like these would who don't mind flaunting the fact that this rather tawdry really novelty writing implement conveys quite a lot and says quite a lot about them. I would probably say quite a blank personality, this person, because the pen is obviously quite a large visual statement of who they are. As you can see, it also features some pictures of various different Daleks, another one who's yellow. From my own recollection, I can't remember what the yellow Dalek signifies. Daleks come from, in case you're interested, from the planet Skaro, and inside them there is potentially a mutant alien encased in this armour, and they're dedicated to war. They're a very militaristic race with they have quite a staccato voice. You will be exterminated is what they exterminate is their usual slogan. So this pen was found. It was sent in by Babs Hutchinson, and she found it. Actually, her daughter found it on the floor of the BBC Doctor Who exhibition. So obviously it was somebody who was visiting the exhibition and had bought this pen. I can't quite figure out. I mean, she may have been able to hand it back in to, but then I should imagine if it's a novelty pen from there, there'd be thousands of them there. So if you, or I'm assuming it would have to be, I can't see an adult claiming this. So if you're the parents of a child who lost this pen, if you're an adult who lost this pen, I'd be surprised if something like "I found your pen" would be an interesting sight to you. I found your stickers, maybe. But if you recognise it if it's one of your child's pens and you were at the Doctor Who exhibition during the summer, probably towards the end of the summer, because only last week, so therefore it's probably been a long summer break. Maybe you're glad for the children to be back at school, and maybe you were just rushing around trying to find things for them to do. So this is it. I found your pen. If you recognise it, do get in contact. Thank you very much.